We have a wonderful story in the first reading of today's liturgy where Joshua gets all the people together and gets them all lined up. And he says, now, are you going to follow other gods? You got to make up your mind. And as for our family, my inheritance, we're going with the God who was good for us and good to us, who served us. And they say, yes, we will follow the God that took us out of Egypt, and as we stand here in the promised land of the Amorites. So they have some information from their history that they will follow the God of history. It's logical in a way. You will follow what's been good for you. That's logical. Then we have the gospel. It's the end of the long 6th chapter about the bread of life and the Jews arguing and denying what Jesus is trying to tell them. And then at the end of the chapter, and that's what we hear today, it's Jesus saying, and what about you? The Jews have left. They don't believe in me. And so some of his disciples say, well, this is too much. This doesn't make sense. So they left too, some of the disciples. But then you have Peter speaking for the apostles, and he said, no, we're with you because we have come to see that you have the words of everlasting life. So you are our choice because we are your choice. I have a very interesting thing happened this week. My sister took her little 7-year-old granddaughter to church. And in their parish, they sit, separated and wearing masks. And the little girl looks around and says to her grandma, is Jesus here? And in a slow, soft voice said, yes, Jesus is here. So she looks around and it's very quiet. And in a quite loud voice she says, is that man over there? Is he Jesus? And everybody's laughing, of course, and her grandmother is a little embarrassed. And then she turned to her grandmother and said, he could come and sit with us. There's lots of room here. That broke the whole community up quite a bit. Is Jesus here with us? Can he come and sit with us? It's a good question for a 6 or 7-year-old little girl. Let's say this. This is going to sound crazy, but religion makes sense. That we have some kind of relationship. In a way, it makes sense. Just if we look around in its creation and everything, and how did I begin, and where did it all come from? So it does make sense, but Jesus doesn't make sense. Oh, I know you're going to say, oh boy, turn him into the bishop. Hear me out. Relationships are not logical. Those of you who are or have been in love relationships, you know that it's not logical. Logic depends on more and more information. And what Jesus gives is not information, but invitation. Keep coming. And that's what Joshua gave to the people, and that's what Jesus, I'm not going to give you so much information that following me is logical. But he gives us invitations to keep reaching and keep letting that God be good to you, giving us, in a way, enough information or evidence on one side that God is faithful. On the other side, life around us says, no, with hurricanes and earthquakes and wars and pandemics, there can't be a loving God. And there we are, in that tension. Where are we going? If there were more information, then it wouldn't be faith. It would be a relationship based on information, a business. And Jesus' invitation is to a relationship. Keep coming, keep trusting, keep walking. And so it's a love relationship. Is Jesus with us? Are we with Jesus? The invitation of Joshua was to serve the Lord. We will serve the Lord as Christians and Catholics. We choose, not out of logic, not out of overwhelming information, but something deep inside us says, I will let God serve me and us, and I will serve God's people with the gifts God has given me. My faith is not founded on enough information to take faith away. The relationship that God offers us is a relationship of trust. In the second reading today about husbands and wives, it's all about love. Is love logical? No, love is not logical. If it were logical, you could do it with a computer. You could line it up. No, relationships aren't non-logical. Business relationships are, but not love relationships. And what God is offering us is a relationship of faith, which is love. And we say, yes, I will be available to receive your love, your care, your tending service of me and of your people, and I will enter your care for them too. That's what I want to do. That's how I will serve you, by serving your people. It's not logical. Maybe I could serve those who will be good to me, or will pay me, or I will serve you, you will serve me. It's a quid pro quo. Slam bam, good deal. No. Love relationships are not built on information that takes away love. Love relationships are invitations, whether between spouses and family and friends. It's invitation to keep trusting life, letting God love us. And we say, yes, as at least for me, I will trust you. I will let you serve me, and I will serve your people. It's our faith.